Hello and a warm welcome to Advanced Audit and Assurance, your path to AAA excellence. If you're gearing up for the AAA exam previously recognized as the P7 exam, you're at the right place. In this video, we will walk through the past exam questions. Get ready. We are not just studying the past exam question, we are unlocking the secrets, decoding the scenarios, finding numerous points we can make in the exam to gain marks easily, masterfully drafting answers up to the examiner standard, and skyrocketing your chances of success in the AAA exam. Stay tuned for game-changing insights that will transform your approach and elevate your ACCA journey. Let's go ahead. Hello. In today's question, we will be discussing September 2020 question number 3B, part 3B. But this is in continuation of question number 3A, which we discussed in our previous lecture. So let's read start from question number 3A so that we can draft our answer accordingly for question number 3B. Let's read the paragraph or the information available in 3A. See, it is 1st July 20x5. You are the manager responsible for the audit of Myron Company, a listed company, and you are in the process of completing the audit of the financial statements for the year ending 31st March 20x5. Right? You recall this. The auditor's report is due to be signed in the next few weeks. The company's principal operating activity is the publication of trade and scientific journals. The draft financial statements recognize a revenue of 108 million for the current year and profit before tax of 9.3 million and total assets of 150 million for the current year 20x5, right? You recall this information. Now, you are in the process of reviewing the audit working papers and have identified the following potential issues. Right. First potential issue which we had identified was the sale of division in our part 3A, question number 3A. Now let's read. Myron Company is at the advanced stage of negotiations to sell its scientific publishing division to a competitor. You remember that advanced stage means that it's near finalization. This division contributed revenue of $13 million and profit before tax of $1.4 million during the year to 31st March 2025. We calculated in our question number 3A, the previous video, that this was a significant proportion of revenue and of the profit before tax for the current year 2024 or 2025, sorry. The draft sale agreement, which is due to be finalized by 1st August 2025, shows an agreed sale price after cost of disposal of $42 million. Right? Division is a separate cash generating unit, that is, it is a separate CGU of Myron Company. None of the assets of the division are held under a revaluation policy and depreciation is charged on a straight line basis over the determined useful life of the asset. Right. Now let's move on. You are getting my point. You are understanding why I'm reading this. Because we will be utilizing this information in the question number 3B. So drafting of the 3B answer. So you need to be careful. You need to know the points or you need to know the history. You need to know what was going on in 3A so you can draft a better answer for 3B in relation to that. Now, the finance director of Myron Company has not made any disclosures with respect to the upcoming sale and financial statements for the year ending 31st March 2025 as he considers it to be a part of next year's accounting transaction. Right? It's a significant transaction supposed to be taken place in the upcoming year, so it needs to be disclosed. We discussed this earlier in question number 3 in our previous video. You can have a look at that video so that you can have a better understanding if you haven't had a look at that video. Now let's come to question number 3B so you can understand why we were reading this. Now, first, we read the requirement as it is necessary to read the requirement first so that we can identify the points accordingly. C. Describe the auditor's responsibility in relation to the other information presented with the audited financial statements and comment on the matters arising from the extract from chairman's statement. We have provided you the extract of the chairman's statement in this question number 3B, but it tells us to describe the auditor's responsibilities in relation to the other information presented with the audited financial statements. Right? The sale of the cash generating unit, the sale of the department which we just read, we need to, that is the other information which is presented in the audit financial statement. And we need to comment on the matters arising. We need to tell the auditor's responsibilities in relation to the other information, and we need to comment on the matters arising from the extract from the chairman's statement and comment on the matters, right? From the extract of the chairman's statement. Part 1, 5 marks. So this means 5 marks means 5 points only. But your points need to be clear, your points need to be concise, and they should deliver the message you are trying to deliver. Because now it carries professional marks. No. Now, part 2. Assuming no changes are made to chairman's statement, evaluate the implications for the completion of the audit and the auditor's report. We'll assume that no changes are made to the chairman's statement and we'll evaluate the implications for the completion of the audit and the auditor's report. 5 marks. Simple marks. 5 points, 5 marks. We will draft the answer for both the parts one by one, and I will show you that how easy it is to identify points or make points in the exam and how to deliver your answer. Now let's read the extract or the information provided in the question. Now, as part of your review of Myron company, same company that we were discussing in question number 3A, you have also been presented with an extract from the draft chairman's statement, which will be published in the annual report alongside the financial statement for the year. Alright. Now see, extract from the chairman's statement. The company's results for the year are extremely positive. This is the chairman's statement. The chairman states that the company's results for the year are extremely positive. Our year-on-year revenue growth is 5.9%, and our profit growth is even stronger at 13.4%. All our revenue streams have performed well, okay, especially the scientific publishing division. Okay, now see, all our revenue streams have performed well. Okay, this is leading, you know, he's trying to address the growth in revenue of 5.9% when the revenue streams have performed well. Okay, especially the scientific publishing division. This means that the scientific publishing division holds a greater proportion in the company's growth, revenue growth, and we just discussed in question number 3A that we are in uh, at the advanced stage of negotiation for the scientific publishing division with our competitor, and the net sale proceeds are supposed to be $42 million, right? Okay, now see, and we are looking forward to exciting and sustained growth levels again next year. Now, don't you think this is surprisingly alarming, or this is something like fishy going on? Chairman's statement is not going along with the other information provided to us in the question number 3A. In 3A, we were told that the company is negotiating a sale of its scientific publishing division, and it's at the advanced stage of negotiation, that is, it's almost final. And over here, in the chairman's statement says that all the revenue streams have performed well, especially the scientific publishing division, right? Over here, scientific publishing division, when you scale up a scientific publishing division in the upcoming year, that is 2086, year 2086 actually. So when you scale up this unit, then the growth of 5.9% is supposed to decline. Do you agree with me? See how it is linked. The growth 5.9% will not continue for the next year, it will decline, and then it says that that sustained growth levels again next year. So don't you think? Look, and we are looking forward to exciting and sustained growth levels again next year. So when we are going to sell away the scientific publishing division, our growth rate is already going to come down or it's going to fall. And then how can we expect a sustained growth level again next year? Do you think is it possible? Now, as you can see from the auditor's report, the auditors agree that our results are strong and a sound basis for taking the company to an even greater place next year. Well, the auditors do not agree that the company is in a sound position of, taking the company to a greater position next year. Don't you think it's fishy or something alarming? Now let's read again. You need to absorb the point. As you can see from the auditor's report, okay, the auditor's report, he's referring to the auditor's report, which our company is supposed to issue in the next few days. The auditors agree that our results are strong. Yes, the auditors agree that the results are strong, no doubt, because the auditor is auditing the financial statements for the previous year, not the upcoming year. It's the previous years we have audited, and we agree that the company has made a significant, profit, revenue, right? We agree to that. That's fine. Till here, it's fine. Agree that our results are strong. Till here, it's fine. Then, and a sound basis for taking the company to an even greater place next year. The auditors are not agreeing to this point. See, we are not agreeing to this point. Now, we have also made significant progress with our social and environmental aims of reducing our carbon footprint and encouraging reuse and recycling across our division. Okay, we are proud to announce that we have now moved all our printed products to recycled paper. Hmm. Now, to help with your review of the information, you also have the following analysis of the results for the year, right? We have provided with the analysis of the results for the year. Now see, for the current year and for the last year, March X4, March X5. Other divisions, scientific publishing division, other total, other divisions, scientific publishing division, and here we are, right? The revenue and the profit before. Now see, the revenue for the other divisions, that is divisions other than the scientific publishing division, is $95 million for the current year, and it's $93 million for the previous year. So it's only $2 million that has increased during the year, and we would say that 95 minus 93 gives us $2 million divided by 108 million, the total revenue, multiplied by 100. This gives us 1.85%. That's approximately 2%, right? Because we don't keep decimals in our answer. Alright. Now similarly, let's check with profit. It's 7.9% profit before tax for the current year, and the last year was 7.5 million only. So let's go back and calculate. 7.9 minus 7.5 is $0.4 million total profit, and we would divide it by the profit last year, 8.8. 2 multiplied by 100. So this is 4.87%. That is approximately 5%. Right? Now let's see. The scientific division gave us a profit for the current year is 1.4 million and it was 0.7% in the last year. So this is 1.4 minus 0.7, 0.7, right? Divided by 0.7, the last year profit for this division. So multiply by 100. That's 100% profit for the scientific publishing division. You see my point? Are you able to follow what I'm trying to explain? Now see, 13 minus 9 divided by 9 multiplied by 100. 44.44%, approximately around of 44% increase in revenue for the scientific publishing division, right? Why I am calculating these figures, the increases in other division revenue and other division profits, and the increase in revenue for the scientific publishing division and the profit before tax. See, it's simple. You are provided with these figures. You can utilize these figures in your answer to better draft your answer to gain marks. You know, these figures are not just for like having a look at these figures. It's carrying marks. You need to calculate and show your working, or you know you can show your percentages to increase, to show your workings and to gain marks. It's simple. There are marks for these workings. So you need to, gain marks. You need to pass the exam. File note from the audit supervisor states that at least three of the publications Myron company sells are not prepared on recycled paper. Right? Now see this one. We over here the chairman's statement said is that we have also made significant progress with the social and environmental aims of reducing our carbon footprint and encouraging reuse and recycling across our divisions. We are proud to announce that we have now moved all our printed products to recycled products. The chairman states that they have moved all their printed products to recycled paper. And in this case, file note from the audit supervisor states that at least three of the publications Myron company says are not prepared on recycled paper. So this means that the chairman's statement is not in line with the actual work going on in the company. The chairman's statement is misguiding the user of the statement, right? You're getting my point. So let's begin drafting part 1. Describe the auditor's responsibilities in relation to the other information presented with the audited financial statements and comment on the matters arising from the extract from the chairman's statement. Right? So let us draft now. Describe the auditor's responsibilities in relation to the other information. Right? Auditor's responsibilities in relation to other information presented with the audited financial statements. Let us draft the point. First, we would state that the purpose of reading the other information. What is the purpose of reading the other information? Right? We are stating this to gain our 1 mark. The purpose of reading the other information is to consider whether there whether there is a material inconsistency between other information and the financial statement, right? This is the purpose we are stating. Statement because there are multiple, uh, financial informations. And also we can state that to check whether the inconsistencies between auditors, knowledge and the information, and check inconsistency between the the auditor's knowledge and the other, right? Now let's proceed. What else can we draft? Yes, now we can say that what you call it. If the auditor identifies a material misstatement, right, the auditor should, discuss the matter with those charged with governance or the management, right? So we can say that if the auditor comes away or identifies a material misstatement of the information, right? Because we are talking about the other information, so we need to state this word. It is a keyword. The auditor should discuss the matter with the with the management, right? And what else? The auditor should perform some procedures to conclude whether the auditor's, you know, opinion is correct or not, or whether the auditor's working is correct or not. So we can say that with the management and perform procedures to conclude that the other information is materially mistaken, right? And one more point is that auditor does not audit the other information or does not express an opinion on the other information. He just uses the other information provided. That's it. So we can state this also that the auditor does not audit the other information nor expresses an opinion on the information. Right? 3 marks. Three marks we have gained over here. Right? We have told what the auditor should do, how he should, if he has identified some misstatement between the information and the financial statement, what he should do in that case. And the third, we have also given a point covering that the auditor does not express an opinion on the other information or does not audit the other information provided. You see how I'm linking the point. 3 points covered for this auditor's responsibility in relation to the other information. Now, out of 5, we've covered 3 marks. Now we need to make 2 more marks. And there's another part in the question, and comment on the matters arising from the extract from the chairman's statement. So the chairman's statement is not in line with the financial statements provided or the information provided financial statements. So we need to comment on the matters arising from the extract, right? So let's draft few points from here so that I can show you that the question information provides you with so many marks, so many points. It says the identification of the point and the drafting of the point that needs to be focused on. You need to focus on the drafting of the point. It's like the examiner provides you so many points, so much information in the question that you can easily draft multiple points and you can easily cover 100 marks. So let's discuss the matters arising from the extract of the finance of the chairman's statement. Since it's a separate part, we can give a separate heading for this one. Like in this case, first part, the same question, right? So we can see auditors responsibility in relation to other information. In sorry, in relation to the other information. The exam you will also craft your answers according to the way I am doing it over here. Make it easy for the examiner to identify your points, to pick up your points from the headings, so that then it is easier for the examiner to give you marks. Because if you make it difficult for the examiner to identify your point, it's going to make it difficult for the examiner to give you marks, right? So you need to make it easier. You need to give headings where required. You need to draft your answers with headings where required, easy to give headings, provide headings, and make short paragraphs like we made over here. See, we made 3 paragraphs, 2 short paragraphs, 2.5 line, 2.5 lines, and one only a single line information which carries 1 mark. So we have covered 3 marks this way. Instead of approximately 1/4 of the page, we have covered the 3 marks. So it's not so difficult to identify points, make points, and cover up your exam answer. And other one was and comment on the matters arising from the extract from the chairman's statement. So we can say that over here we can do another heading to make it easy for the examiner. Matters identified from the chairman statement. We are making this bold as it is a heading to make it easier for the examiner to read or answer or to find the information according to the heading, right? Now let's start our answer drafting from the chairman's statement over here. See, up till now the auditor's responsibility was to generate answer, so it required it was nothing relating to the case. So the chairman's statement matters arising from the extraction of the chairman's statement is needs our knowledge of this question, and we need to pick up points from this extract of the information provided. Now see, the company's results for the year are extremely positive, right? A year-on-year growth, revenue growth, and profit growth is even stronger. All our revenue streams have performed well, especially the scientific publishing division, and we are looking forward to exciting and sustained growth levels in next year. As you can see from the auditor's report, the auditors agree that our results are strong and sound basis for taking the company to an even greater place next year. We have already discussed, so I'm not discussing these issues. I'm just reading the points to make it easier for you to identify points and to draft. Or you can easily understand how I am drafting the points. We have also made significant progress with our social and environmental aims of reducing our carbon footprint and encouraging reuse and recycling across our divisions. We are proud to announce that we have now moved all our printed products to recycled products. Right? So let's begin drafting points for this one. Enlarging it a bit so it's easier for you to read. Now see, the first point I am going to make is that uh, you can refer to the strong growth mentioned over here, right? In the first paragraph. So what how we write is that the chairman's statement refers to a strong growth in the year, right? It was a strong growth during the year. And over here, the circle refers specifically to the scientific publishing division. So we would say that in the year, uh, particularly the scientific publishing division, right? We are taking up points from the, chairman's statement, the extract provided in the question paper. And yes, you say that we will have a sustained growth. That is that we will continue to grow. So we can say that, and he states that the company will maintain sustained growth. You're getting my point over here. Now, like we calculated the figures over here, we use the same figures again, and we would, we will use the figures and identify, like, whether it's a material component or not. We will tell that it is material, we'll tell the materiality for specific publishing division over here in this case. We can say, let's break the paragraph to make it shorter paragraphs and easier for the examiner to identify points. So we can say that the scientific publishing division contributes. Now let's calculate. 13, the right 13 divided by 108 million multiplied by 100. This gives us 12% of the total revenue. So we could say the scientific information division contributes to 12% of the revenue. You are getting my point, right? And the other figure which we have provided is for profit before tax. So we would say 1.4 divided by 9.3 multiplied by 100. This is 15%, right? So and 15% of the profit before tax. See, we have told the materiality, or we have told how much it contributes from the figures provided in the exam, and this is gaining marks. It is simple, right? Now, we will give reference to the information provided in the question number 3A extract. We can say that the scientific relation division will be disposed of in the next year, right? Because you told that it is at the advanced stage of negotiation. So, right, we can say that disposed of early in the next year because it's at the advanced stage of negotiation. You getting my point? Therefore, as we discussed, therefore, it will not contribute to the not contribute to the revenue and profit before tax in the coming year. You're getting my point. And you refer it with the chairman's statement that and the chairman if you and the chairman statement uh, is misleading because it's misleading the user, right? Now see, we just calculated the growth a few minutes ago, so we can utilize that information over here. Like, let me recall 95, the revenue growth of other division minus 93. So that, you know, from increase in the from the previous year divided by 108, the total revenue, and multiplied by 100. So this is 1.85. We estimated this to be approx 2%, right? So, and similarly, 7.9 minus 7.5, that is 0.4, right? Divided by 8, not 8.2, divided by 9.3, multiplied by 100. So this is approx 4.3%, right? The growth and profit before tax for the other divisions. So we can say that, let me scroll downwards so it's easier for you to read. We can say that the remaining business experienced a lower growth rate for the revenue, and that was 2%. So we can say that the rate for the revenue of 2%, and no, it's million, like we calculated for the scientific division, it was 13 minus 9 divided by 9. So it was 4 multiplied by 100. So it was 44% growth rate for the scientific division. So you can see 2% compared to we will be utilizing the figure of the scientific division compared to 44% growth of the scientific division. You're getting my point? Simple. And now we will be utilizing profit growth, that is 7.9 minus 7.5, 0.4 divided by 9.3 and multiplied by 100. So 4%. 4% growth in profit. So we can say the remaining business experienced lower growth in profit before tax of 4% as compared to. Now let's calculate for the scientific division. It's 1.4 minus 0.76. 0.7 divided by 0.76, 100% growth rate. So as compared to 100% growth of the scientific division. You're getting my point. How I am drafting the points in short points, how I am utilizing the figures or the information given to us in the question. Now, see, we have identified that the chairman's statement is misleading. So we can say that kind of a concluding point that chairman's statement, we can say that obscure the understanding of the growth, sorry for the written mistake, of the growth, profitability of the ongoing business. And this would be misleading the user, right? The user of the financial statement. Now see, we have covered up so many points from the matters identified from the chairman's statement as well. Just looking at it. Now see, we have got so many points to cover still. We can utilize this information also that he is referring to the auditor. You can say the chairman has made an inappropriate reference to the view of the auditor. Why? Yes, auditor, that implying that the auditor report validate his assertion, right? We also say that the statement also implies that the uh, that the auditor report will not be modified based on the assessment based on assessment on the case based on the assessment of the case given. And further we say this is an action. All references to the auditor report shall be removed from the chairman statement. Now see one more point which I am calling right now. Let me um, show you. It's this one. You can see that another point. The chairman's statement um, with respect to the use of the recycled paper is inconsistent with the knowledge of the auditors obtained during the audit. Right? Now, the materiality of this information will depend on the total number of publications because we have provided with the information that three of the publications are still not using recycled paper. Right? I'm sorry for the spelling mistakes. Right? You're able to see how many points we have drafted up to now. During the exam, see how many points for 5 marks we had. This is part one of the question number 3B. Question number 3B part one, 5 marks only. And see, we have drafted so many short points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have drafted 12 points in all. So 12 points out of 5 marks is significant. Significant. So practice the exam, practice the papers, practice the questions, and keep covering yourself to identify points and cover up your exam. Okay. Towards the end of this video, you need to remember greatness doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of continuous effort, boundless curiosity, and a thirst for improvement. Investing time in these videos and engaging with past AAA exam questions is an investment in the brighter future you're shaping up. Keep your focus sharp, your learning continuous, and your eyes focused on your goals. Best of luck as you navigate your studies. May your dedication lead you to success in the AAA exam.